students. So let us start with the next exercise of this chapter. Now in this ratios and proportions chapter, ratio we had studied. Now proportion. What does proportion means? When we are equating two ratios, it is called proportion, right? Since here A ratio B, C ratio D, we are equating both of them, right? We are equating both the ratios, so they are proportion. They are in proportion, right? A by B, C by D. And how to solve the proportion questions? By cross multiplying. This we can write it as this also. A ratio B, proportion sign is this, C ratio D. 4 dots is the proportion sign, okay? And how we'll solve this? We'll solve this by cross multiplication. A into D will be equals to B into C. Now, next, what does means and extremes means when we are dealing with proportion, right? So, see, suppose this A ratio, B ratio, C ratio, D are in proportion, right? So, the first and last term means the ones written in blue, that is A and D. What are they called? They are called extremes, okay? The first and the last term is called extremes. And the product of the mean is always equal to the product of extremes. See what I said. This is the mean term. A and D are extreme terms, right? And B and C, the middle terms, right, are the mean terms. Understood? The first term and the last term is called extremes. The middle two terms, that is the second and third term, are called means. Now when we have to solve the proportions, what does it mean? Product of extremes will be equal to product of means. Product means multiplication, right? So when we are multiplying first and fourth term, the answer we get will be equal to the multiplication of B and C, that is mean terms, okay? Now what does mean proportion means? Dealing now with the types of proportion, what does mean proportion means? See, mean proportion means geometric mean. Now geometric mean you have not studied now. You will be studying it in the higher classes. So what does it means? Mean proportion A by this and B. What does it means? Mean proportion. In mean proportion, these values are same, right? How? See, if a number is A by B equals to B by C, these two values are same. The middle values or the mean values are same. Therefore, they are called mean proportion. A ratio B ratio B ratio C. This term means this. These two terms are same, right? Which means, what does it means? The mean values are same. So mean proportion means in which the mean value or the middle values are same. They are called mean proportions, okay? So C B square equals to product of extremes, right? So B square will be equal to AC. This is the equation for mean terms. Now continued proportion. What does continued proportion means? See, 4 quantities are said to be in continued proportion if the second term of the first is equal to the first term of the second, right? See, this B and B are equal, this C and C are equal. Therefore, these three are in continued proportion, okay? Continued proportion, we can also say that B square equals to AC and C square equals to BD. This means continued proportion. Coming to the solutions. R 12, 8, 18, 8 and 12 in proportion. So how will we find this? that they are in proportion or not? See, this will write it as 4:18:8:12. Now what we'll do, we'll find out the product of extremes, that is 12 into 12, that is 144, and we'll find out the product of means, that is 18 into 8, that is 144 again, right? So product of means equals to product of extremes. Since 144 is equals to 144, hence what can we say? That they are in proportion, right? To find whether the numbers are in proportion or not, what will you do? The product of extremes should be equal to the product of means. Here we can see 144 is equal to 144 when we are multiplying 12 into 12, and when we are multiplying 18 into 8, we are getting the same answer, right? Which means that product of means is equal to the product of extremes. Hence we can say that they are in proportion. The given ratios are in proportion, right? Now moving on to the second question. See, determine the following are in proportion. How will we do this? Same as we have solved the first question, we will write it in the given way, this way. Then we'll find the product of extremes, that is 13 to 24, and the product of means, that is 45:16. Okay, product of extremes is equals to how much? 720, 13 to 24, and product of means equals to 720. Are they equal? Yes, 720 equals to 720, right? Which means the product of means is equal to the product of extremes. Hence the numbers, the given ratios are in proportion. Okay, when the product of means and extremes are equal, we can conclude that the numbers, the given ratios are in proportion, right? Similarly, we can solve this question. See, 6 ratio. See, rest all the questions, I'll send the solutions through PDFs, but all the questions have to be solved the same way, so you can solve it on your own also. Now, moving on to the third question, verify whether the following numbers are in proportion. Now again, this is the same thing, determine, verify, you have to do the same process. So, let us see to the third question, 24, 21, 16, 35 and 10. These are the numbers given, okay? So, first step what we'll do, we'll write the numbers in ratio, 21:16 in proportion with 35:10. Now, the steps are same. What we'll do, we'll find the product of extremes, that is the first and fourth term, right? Which is 21 into 10. 21 into 10 is 210. So product of extremes was found to be 210. Now finding product of means. 16 into 35, which is 560. Is it equal? Is the product of mean and extremes equal? No, they are not. One is 210, another is 560. So product of means is not equal to the product of extremes. Hence, they are not in proportion, right? So, we can conclude that the given numbers are not in proportion, right? So, now moving on to the fourth. If the first three numbers of a proportion are, find the fourth term. See, in this till now you need to determine whether they are in proportion or not, or to verify whether all the numbers are in proportion or not. In this, 3 of the ratios are given and it is given that they are in proportion. What you have to do is, you need to find the fourth term, right? So, how will we do? We'll write the given ratios. 9:8 proportion with 54 ratio x. Since we do not know the fourth term, we have taken the fourth term to be x. Right, now since they are in proportion, what can we say? That the product of means will be equal to the product of extremes. Right, they are in proportion means the product of means and extremes will be equal. So by the definition of proportion we come to know this. So product of means is 8 into 54, product of extremes is 9 into 6, right? So what can we say? 9x equals to 8 into 54. We'll take this 9 to the other side of equal to. Here is in multiplication, so here it will go here and it will be in division now. So 8 into 54 upon 9. 9 ones are and 9 6 are. 8 6 are 48. So what we got the fourth term as? The fourth term is 48. Right? In any question, if any of the 4 terms are asked and all the other 3 terms are given and it is also mentioned that they are in proportion, you can solve the question this way just by equating the mean terms and the extreme terms. Okay. Yes. Next, moving on to the fifth question now. If the first, second and fourth term of the proportion are given, find the third term. This is also the similar question, right? 3 first, second and fourth term is given. Similarly you will solve, right? Next, moving on to the sixth question. Those solutions I am not explaining, I will be sending it through PDFs because all the questions are almost of same kind. Find the value of P in each case. Question number 6. Now see, we can see here in the first, second term we have not given. We need to find the second term. 9 ratio P proportion with 54 ratio 48. See, product of means is equal to the product of extremes, right? Which means product of means is P into 54 is equal to 9 into 48, right? P into 54 is equal to 9 into 48. What does it mean? P will be 48 into 9 and this 54 will come down. Now we can cancel. 9 ones are 9 6 are 54, 6 ones are 6 and 6 8s are 48. So what we got at the value of P as? P is 8. This is the basic step which we need to know and we'll be using it again and again in every question, right? Now 13th question. Here also what we have to do? We have to find that they are in proportion or not, right? So 12 ratio 3 and 8 ratio 3. So we'll find the product of means first, then we'll find the product of extremes. Product of means is equal to product of extremes. Is it? No, it is not equal. Hence they are not in proportion. Understood? So like this you will solve the 13th question. Moving on to the next 14th question. 2 numbers are given and in this you need to find the mean proportion. Right? Mean proportion, what I had told, second and term, that is the mean terms are equal. Now A ratio B is in proportion with B ratio C. Right? So B square equals to AC we can say. Product of means will be B into B, that is B square, and AC is the product of extremes. Now B square is AC, A value is 81 and C is 121. Now we have to find this power 2 means square root, right? See, 81 I can write it as 9 into 9, and 121 I can write it as 11 into 11. 11s are 121, or 11 square is 121, right? Since it is square root, this sign is for square root. So out of 2, 1 will come out. 1 11 and 1 9. So answer is 11 into 9, that is 99, right? So to find the mean proportion, these will be the steps. Now moving on to the next exercise. First question, if 16 notebooks cost rupees 192, right? So how much will 30 notebooks cost? What will be the cost of 30 such notebooks? How can we solve? See, since this is ratio and proportion chapter, we will be solving using the ratio and proportion concept, right? See, so cost of 16 notebooks is 192. So cost of 30 notebooks we have to find. We have taken the cost of 30 notebooks as x. Now 16 ratio 192, right? 16 notebooks cost is 192. So 30 notebooks cost will be x, right? So product of extremes and product of means will equate now. This 16 will go down. 192 into 30 upon 16, right? See, 2 8s are 16, 2 9s are 18, and 2 6s are 12. Again 2 4s are 8. Here 2 4s are 8. 1 carry since it is 9. 2 8s are 16. 4 1s are 4. 4 12s are 48. What are we left with? 12 into 3, right? This 12 and this 30. So 12 into 30 is 360. So cost of 30 notebooks got to be 360. Okay. So like this we will solve the questions. Now moving on to the second question. The cost of 5 meter of cloth is 82.50. Find the cost of 12 meter of such cloth. See, cost of 5 meter cloth is given, right? 5 meter, again will form the equation ratio 5 ratio 82.50, 12 ratio x, right? So product of extremes 5 into x equals to product of means 82.50 into 11, right? Now here what will go do? See, 82.50 into 12 upon 5, right? We can cancel. 5 1s are 5, 0 and 0, 5 1s are 5, 6 7 and 8, 5 6 are 30, 5 5s are 25. 165 into 12 upon 100. Now since we can solve it further, or we can divide, multiply 165 with 12 and divide, right? So the answer will be 198 rupees. Cost of 12 meter cloth will be rupees 198. Now moving on to the fourth question. Rohan can read 75 pages per hour. In 1 hour, 75 pages. At this rate, how many pages will he read in 48 minutes? Now see, in 1 hour, how many pages is he reading? 48. In 1 hour, 75 pages, right? So that is, in 1 hour is 60 minutes. 60 minutes, he is reading 75 pages. So in 48 minutes, how many pages will he read? That is 60 into 75 ratio 48 ratio x, right? So now product of means equals to product of extremes. 60 into 60 into x will be equals to 75 into 8, right? X will be 75 into 48 upon 60. 5 12s are 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, and 5 1s are 5. 2 carried, 5s are 25. Now 12 and 15, 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15. What are we left? 4 1s are 4, and here 4 12s are 48. What are we left? 12 into 5, that is 60. So in 45 minutes he will read 60 pages. How many pages will he read? 60 pages. Okay. Now 8th question. In 8th question it is given that 9 centimeter represents how much? 252 kilometers. So what will 21 centimeter represent? So simply we'll form the ratio 9 ratio 252 will be equal to 21 ratio x. Product of mean will be equal to product of extremes. Will multiply. After cancelling you can cancel, or you can directly multiply and divide also. Cancellation means makes the solution easy. So that is why I have explained through cancellation. X will be equal to 588 kilometer. Hence 21 centimeter represents 588 kilometers. Now last question of this exercise that we'll be solving. A man earns 62,000 in 4 months. How much will he earn in 7 months? So 4 ratio 7 will be equal to 62,000, right? 4 ratio 62,000 will be equal to 7 ratio x. So we'll solve the ratio, right? The second part it is saying earnings for 7 months. In how many months will he earn 77,500? See now how will we form the ratio? This second part you will solve it yourself. How we are going to find the ratio? In this 4 ratio 62,000, right? And will be equal with x ratio 77,500, right? In this month we don't know that in how many months, so in months place, that is in means term, will take the value as x, right? So with this question we end up the exercise 8.4.